What up? What's happening, everybody? My name is Charles Blaze, and this is the Current Gaming Podcast. Today, I'm joined with Drew Scheffler
What's good, everybody? How we doing?
and David Morgan. What's going on, man?
Not much, man. How are you?
I'm doing good. We've had a busy week, David.
It's been a busy week. It was a fucking hell of a Wednesday.
So break down Wednesday for me, David. So what? All right. So I live in Cincinnati. David lives in Columbus. 2-hour-ish drive to there. I was going to see a Columbus Crew game against the Seattle Sounders. And I thought
You got destroyed, by the way.
yeah, they did. They lost 3-0.
Shut out.
And I thought, David, you want to accompany me to this game? He's like, sure, that'd be great. I'm like, I'll come up hour early. We'll go get lunch, and then we'll go to the game. So we go to a lunch place, and I'll let you take it from here.
Okay, so CJ doesn't want real Mexican food, but he wants Mexican food. So I'm like, I don't know what that means. I guess what you meant was you wanted a ground beef taco.
Yeah, that's exactly what I meant.
But I was under the assumption that this place would be good. It's called Mad Mex. It's local to Columbus. We're heading there. We're walking with our girlfriends, Cheyenne, Lewis and Clark, respectively.
We
And
should
my
do a
friend-
Let's Play series called Lewis and Clark. That'd be
Lewis
fucking
and Clark,
awesome.
there you go. But we run into my friend Joe, who's with another one of his buddies, and he's like, "Hey, you mind if I join you guys?" And I'm like, "Of course, that would be great. You can meet CJ, you can meet Cheyenne, it'll be fun." So he's like, "Cool." So we all head in, and we start eating our food, and Charles starts kind of like spitting up like a Gerber baby. It looked like you were just kind of like spitting up on your shirt, and it was dripping down your chest. And so I said, "Oh my God, you're a fucking child," thinking you were just having like a little spit up session, but it turns out you had tried to drink water because you were choking to death.
Yeah.
And he was choking on a piece of meat that we
Yep.
later find out he did not chew at all.
Didn't chew it that well.
No,
I played
not at
myself
all.
on that
Shame.
one.
Zero
What
chewing.
a shame.
Yeah.
Yes. So he starts gagging, sort of, and my friend Joe is sitting and blocking him in the booth, so he can't get up, and he can't. For some reason, he can't just do this with his hands and say, "Hey, can you move?" He just sits there, and he's trapped because there's a book bag by his feet, and he can't fucking maneuver around it.
All of
And
this
so
checks out.
he just kind of hunches up and just pukes all over the whole table,
Yeah.
all over his burrito. He hits my friend with it, who's a huge germaphobe.
Who
Gets
I've never met.
puke-
Never met
this man.
Never
in his
met
life.
this man before.
And you'll
this-
never meet him again.
Hopefully.
and he gets puke on it. My friend Joe, he gets puke all over the table, and he's still choking because the food has not moved from his throat.
Nope.
So he starts purging himself with his fingers, sticking fingers in his mouth to get himself to throw up more, because I guess it wasn't in your windpipe, it was in your esophagus.
Yep.
Am I right?
Yeah.
So he finally gets a little piece of food up, and then you said you went to the bathroom and puked like 8 more
Puked
times
a
or
lot
something.
more. Yeah.
And my friend Joe and I had both taken one bite of our food exactly, so we were done.
Yeah.
And that was a fun little lunch, and we were all still hungry when we left.
Then we went to the game. It was great.
That was a
great.
very exciting
And
time.
and let's keep in mind that I had a level head through all of this. I was cracking jokes the whole time.
And after the part where you were actually concerned for your own life, yes,
Yeah.
you were very cordial about the whole
I
thing.
was very, very.
But at
funny.
one point, you actually got quite mad at us for kind of laughing at you.
Oh no!
even though you
Keep
would
in
have
mind,
done the same.
as this is happening, everyone laughing the entire time.
Not
This is
okay.
all-
definitely.
Not true at all. I
Very
laughed at
true.
first, and then as soon as Cheyenne said, "Are you choking?" and you nodded, everyone stopped laughing. That was the point where everyone got a little bit serious, and my friend Joe offered the Heimlich, and you refused for some reason. I don't know
I
why.
threw up. It worked.
Yeah, like the third
Is
time.
it, did
regardless.
Joe offer this? Did Joe offer this post or pre-puke?
Oh, this is
All
after I
over.
puked.
This was pre-puke.
After-
I feel like this is
Because
after.
Joe's a
he
good
immediately
guy.
said, "I'm a doctor," because he is, pretty much a doctor.
Is-
Not pretty much. He's a,
All right.
he's a medical researcher, and he said, "Do you
Okay.
want the Heimlich?" Refused the
Why am I
service.
just now hearing about this? Why
I wanted
wasn't
to
this
save
like,
it for the podcast.
Like,
I wanted to save it.
like an immediate
Absolutely
thing.
ridiculous.
You just let me know. Okay.
Great, yeah.
All right.
So
well,
that's
could have
how I
lost a friend
almost,
this past week, but
almost
whatever.
died in Columbus. Fun times.
And then he blamed the restaurant. He said this place fucking sucks.
They did suck.
Of
They had
course.
bad food.
Of
They
sure.
did. I didn't pay for my
I'm done with
burrito
it.
that I threw up.
I'm done with you. Let's talk about video games.
All right, let's talk about video games. This week we got a cool show. We got stuff about Shadow of War. That's what it's called, right? Square Enix,
Yeah. Shadow
Super
of
Giants'
War.
new game. We're gonna be making E3 predictions. But first, we're gonna start talking about the Nintendo Switch and Nintendo detailing what's going on with their paid online service. So basically, what's happened is originally it was scheduled to come out late 2017. They've delayed that till 2018, and they put up the pricing structure so it's $3.99, so $4 for 1 month, $8 for 3 months, or $20 for a year. Also, with that, originally it was gonna have a PlayStation Plus, Xbox, games with gold kind of thing, where you were gonna get to play one game a month, and then that game would be removed, and you wouldn't be able to play that game a month. After that month, I meant kind of like how like Blockbuster kind of works, or like a rental service basically, where you wouldn't have access to the game forever. But now it appears they have something called Classic Game Selections. All they've specified so far is Super Mario Bros. 3, Balloon Fight, and Dr. Mario. And they've talked about how, yes, NES games are obviously going to be a part of this. Probably SNES games are going to be a part of this. We don't know how many games are going to be there at launch, but apparently this is going to be like a more Netflix-style thing where you're going to be able to pick more of these kind of classic games. And I just kind of wanted to get your takes on this. So, Drew, how do you feel about this?
I mean, I'm fine with them pushing it back because, I mean, we're receiving the online multiplayer. I think the bigger, where the bigger interest lies, we're still receiving that, and it's free until then.
Yeah.
$20 is an awesome price, considering I already pay, what was it, $60 for PlayStation
60 is
Plus.
PS Plus and Xbox.
And then the Xbox Live. So $20 is a solid price, especially if I'm getting these free games, and I see that they also are adding the some of the games will have the online aspect where you can play
I guess I
multiplayer
didn't mention that. Yeah, so like Super Mario Bros. 3, Balloon Fight, Dr. Mario, they're gonna have some kind of online element to them. Whether that's like playing with people, I doubt it. I would more guess it's probably like high scores and stuff like that, leaderboards. But I don't really know.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I mean,
David,
like
how do you
Dr.
feel?
Mario and no, you're good. I was gonna say Dr. Mario and like Balloon Fight, you could play maybe multiplayer against each other.
Yeah.
Mario Bros. 3 would definitely probably be more of a high score thing. But anyway,
Yeah,
David,
yeah.
go ahead.
No, that seems like the obvious choice. I can't imagine why they would put those two games in particular, other than they had some kind of multiplayer component added. I think Nintendo's holding out. Honestly, I feel like this is kind of lazy almost, because I know that they could port like N64 games and especially GameCube games to this thing. NES games, and if they did, and the online aspect is only there because you can emulate this shit in like 2 seconds on your PC. I can get Balloon Fight running in 5 minutes on here. And they know that. Yeah, on your phone even. There's emulators for NES games on your phone. So the online aspect is cool, but like, what's the lasting appeal of that? Like, NES games are cool. Dr. Mario, though, I mean, you've got Puyo Puyo Tetris already, which is superior as a puzzle game and a multiplayer game. Balloon Fight, I've never played. I will admit, I've never played Balloon Fight. And then which Super Mario was it? Super Mario Brothers 3? Great game, Mario but like once again, own that on like 2 other systems.
The best Mario game.
I feel like delaying this is good for consumers. It allows them to build more of a user base before they go, hey, you have to pay for online now, which is kind of annoying because I'm still dropping matches in Mario Kart every day.
Yeah.
Connection errors occurred, and I'm like, cool, I have to pay for this in a few months, and that's just like not great.
Yeah, they got to fix that before this launches. Like,
yes, I agree.
Well, now you got to pay for it a little bit further down the line, but
yeah. The other thing I guess I didn't mention was they are still doing the smartphone chat app, which you have to be a subscriber of this.
Oh my god!
And that is the dumbest shit in the world. It makes
fucking
sense.
It's called Discord. It's called Skype.
Yeah,
it's called FaceTime.
Yeah.
Those exist. Why not just have something on the system? I saw a ridiculous peripheral, and I still don't know if it was.
Oh,
real.
it's the Splatoon.
Yes,
you have to plug it in.
Hori Splatoons.
Yeah, you have to plug it into a third-party thing, and have that plugged into your Switch, also plugged into your phone to be able to chat on it. It makes no fucking sense. It's an absolute joke.
I'm drawing a diagram.
Also, you're gonna have deals on eShop titles and certain content, which
that's like that. It goes from the Switch into the phone, and there's a big ass plastic piece.
I thought that was
to your headset.
I thought that was the Splatoon. Yeah, I thought that was like the little squid.
I think it's supposed to look like a squid because it looks just like that. It's like an arrow.
Well, no, but I thought like you drew it. I thought that was funny.
Oh yeah. It's ridiculous.
But yeah, that's all free for the rest of this year, all this stuff. They're going to have a trial period where I think you're going to be able to do the smartphone stuff and see how that works. I don't know how fucking much that will catch on. But yeah, that's coming later in 2018. I don't think, at the end of the day, if they do the Netflix thing and they have like a good bottle and a good kind of plethora of games there, I don't think that's I think that would be the saving grace of this. If I was just paying $20 for online service, that's like kind of trash.
Yes.
But if I can play Super Mario Bros. 3 and some Mega Man games. And basically, if they had a robust library similar, probably a little more, I would expect, but similar to the NES Classic kind of stuff, I would be okay with that. Especially if they start later on, like this gives them the opportunity to add SNES games and N64 games and so on and so forth. I think that would be a pretty cool thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Next story we have here is Drew is going to be caring the most about this. Middle-earth: Shadow of War has its release date delayed. It was originally planned for August. It's now coming in October 10th worldwide. Drew, are you bummed about this?
No, I mean, if you recall from a couple the last episode, anyways, or whichever episode we talked about,
I think it was
Shadow
last.
of
It
War.
doesn't matter. You really like Shadow of Mordor.
It doesn't matter. I mean, I like Shadow of Mordor. I'm not impressed with Shadow of War. So the fact that it's pushed doesn't really affect me. It's not something I'm waiting on necessarily. And by the time E3 hits in 2 weeks, I'm sure there'll be plenty more things that I'll be more excited about. That I'm not really going to. It's not going to be on my radar. It's not. It might not even be a game I play this year. It might be something I pick up later on. So pushing it back. Hopefully they make it better. But if they don't, then I mean that's just on them. So.
You'll never know.
Yeah, no,
It'll
I think
always be a mystery. Maybe they're downgrading it.
From a kind of a marketing standpoint, I feel like pushing it. I feel like August was a good release date for it, like because there's nothing coming out in August. Whereas October, then you're creeping into like South Park's coming out, Destiny's already out by then.
Destiny 2 just came out.
Then you're a month later is Call of Duty and Star Wars. I don't know if that's a good time for them, to be totally honest. But I mean, do whatever it takes to make your game the best, like obviously. But like from just a pure fiscal standpoint,
what is that though? Like 2 months? Like my coworker was like super bummed about this, and I was like, "That's the fucking game you really wanted to come out in August." Like
the first one.
I guess, but like it was just surprising because his taste is very obtuse. So I was just like, I guess so, but it doesn't surprise me. I mean, I feel like every game gets delayed now. Yeah. Destiny 2 will get delayed. Everything will get delayed. You should just
Destiny
assume that the release date is just a suggestion and not ever set in stone.
So the next thing we have coming up, Drew and I care a little bit about, is Life is Strange. Apparently, there's a leaked document floating around that shows Chloe and her best friend Rachel Amber, who, if you played the first game, spoilers.
Rachel Amber?
Yeah, Rachel Amber.
That's her whole name? Very good.
Is not in the first game for certain reasons. I guess I won't spoil it all the way. But she's not in the first game. So that means that this would be a prequel most likely. Or obviously likely if she's going to be in it. So how do you feel about a Life is Strange prequel?
Me? You want me to go?
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah, David doesn't give a fuck.
I know you don't.
There's women in it. David can't have it.
That's right.
Yeah, no way. Blue hair? Get out of here.
He's
warning
hella
sign.
So the prequel is a cool idea. I believe they've already confirmed that they're not going to be talking about Life is Strange 2 at E3.
Yeah, they talked about that.
So, but this, correct me if I'm wrong, this isn't made by the people that made the original Life is Strange.
This isn't.
It's another company, right?
Yeah, Don't Nod is making Life is Strange 2. This is a completely separate thing.
Okay, so that allows them to maybe give a 2-3 hour experience that we could maybe even see at E3.
Yeah.
And maybe get this year. And for any listeners, if you haven't played Life is Strange and you're actually a PS Plus subscriber, if you don't already know,
yeah, it's free on PS Plus.
Life is Strange will be it'll be free in June. So definitely check it out if you're
tomorrow
even remotely interested. Yeah, tomorroon.
What's the other one?
No.
Killing Floor 2.
Wednesday, next Wednesday.
Well, I mean, when this is posting on fucking Monday. We're on a time machine, Drew.
Good.
It's Monday. What has Trump done over the weekend? Who knows?
Hey, now make a politics podcast.
Anyways, I'm excited for the prequel. There was a little bit of story about what happened between Rachel, like what happened with Rachel.
Yeah.
But hopefully this will shed more light on it and maybe even lead to some of the content that they're working on in Life is Strange 2. So I mean, more excited about this than I am Shadow of War. If they announce that this is coming out this year, I'll get it right away.
Yeah, no, I'm excited to play it. I just want to kiss Chloe again. So.
I have anecdotal evidence that this game only appeals to men in their 20s.
You have anecdotal evidence of that?
Yes.
What?
Is that based
on you guys like it and Cheyenne hates it. I don't think I've ever heard a girl say that they like it.
My Cheyenne hates it too. I try to
Yeah,
play it with
okay.
her. played the
I
first
fucking told you
episode.
it's anecdotal, but it's.
So I have evidence that girls named Cheyenne don't like the game.
Yeah, that is true. That's a fair point.
She said it reminds herself of something she would like in high school, but that she just cannot like now because.
So
of
it's
the-
almost as if it
Hey,
appeals to a high school audience.
Yeah.
yes.
Hey, so what? Who cares? Men. We're just reminiscing on the past a little bit. It's no big
Yeah.
deal.
Past that we literally never ever.
Yeah,
had.
didn't you have time travel powers in high school where you could
That's
stop your
right.
friend from getting shot?
It's just like
That's
all this
what I
fucking
asked.
anime that take place in middle school, and I'm like, oh, I like you, but
This next story is from Square Enix. They're the developer of I Am Setsua, which is Tokyo RPG Factory, which is an awesome studio name because like all they're doing is making like retro RPGs, and like that's
That's
a
cool.
fucking awesome studio name. It's coming with a new RPG for Switch, PS4, and PC. That's awesome. That's gonna be on Switch. Because we never got
Yes,
I Am
definitely.
Setsuna on Vita here in America. I really wanted to play that, and they just never. It was on Vita in Japan. Didn't come to Vita in America. So like fuck off Square Enix. But either way, that's awesome that it's called Lost Sphere. I really liked I Am Setsuna. Did you like? I thought there were some parts of it that I didn't get that much into because it was just kind of one bland setting where it was just winter all the time.
Yeah,
I wish
the
there
setting was
would have been
bad.
more things. I also didn't like the music as
Yeah.
much as everybody else liked the music, but that's
What?
yeah, the music in it was like it was like jaunty
Get outta
piano
here.
stuff, so I didn't really care. But
I mean, play
but
more
them making
JRPGs,
another game's
man.
awesome. Yeah. How do you feel?
Yeah, definitely. David, did you play I Am Setsuna?
no, I'm not the biggest
Um,
JRPG fan, so I only play the really good ones. If that makes sense.
It's
Okay.
not the best thing in the world. It is.
It's like, okay,
It's
if I
good.
don't like hip hop that much, I'm not like the biggest hip hop guy in the world, and there's like a really good release, I'll listen to it. But like if there's like a 7 out of 10 release, I'm not gonna be like, hold on, I gotta listen to this album. That's how I feel about JRPGs. Like I played Persona 5 and I loved
Okay.
it, but I'm not like
All
going
right.
out of my
That's-
way to play. I'm not saying it's
That's
bad.
fair.
I
Yeah, I
am
just-
Setsuna
Right,
is like
no,
pretty-
I understand that.
Catch
I
my
Yeah, it's pretty good.
The
Okay.
overarching
Well,
story I
that's-
really liked in it, where it's like
Yeah, it's pretty
her,
good.
you have the leader to her death or whatever. I thought that Setsuna is like sadness in Spanish, or not Spanish, in Japanese.
smooth.
I didn't realize it was a Spanish studio that
yeah,
made
it's-
this game.
Tequila Works
I Am
actually made it.
Setsuna.
Tequila
But
RPG Factory. There's your other studio.
Big fan.
but I agree with you. Well, I guess I'm not agreeing with you because you didn't play it. But the characters in it, I didn't find as memorable as like Chrono Trigger or like kind of older JRPGs, like the old Final Fantasy games and stuff. But
Right.
the overarching story I thought was really cool, and the combat and all that stuff is super awesome, and like it's super micromanagey. And
Is it turn-based? I
Yeah, it's
assume.
turn-based. It's turn.
Yeah,
Well, it's
it
active
is. Of
time.
course.
It's active time like Chrono Trigger if you want to play it that way, or you
I haven't played Chrono Trigger. Unfortunately.
it's like-
a great shame of mine.
It's like it's turn based, yeah, but like you have the meter kind of where. It's like,
Okay,
yeah,
yes.
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
It's like it uses action points.
Mhm.
I understand. Yes.
But yeah, I'm excited for this. I don't know when it'll come out, but I'm very excited for
It
it.
looks cool. I'm looking at some of the pictures.
Yeah.
Pretty.
I think it'll do well for a JRPG audience on the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
It being on the Switch is
they did
fucking
bring-
awesome.
Yeah, they did bring Setsuna, I Am Setsuna to the Switch, and then this being on there as well. They're kind of already established, hopefully, a base of people that see how what kind of gameplay they are working with and what kind of art style they're working with, because this looks pretty similar. And
The
you know,
environments look
with-
very unique, so that's a good sign.
look more so than the last one for
yeah,
sure.
the last one.
Every level is a snow level.
it was like there was no like ice mechanics with it. Was there?
So it was just white, fucking
remember.
snowblind the whole
Yeah,
game.
but it was like, but it wasn't like a difference like in that a snow level in a Mario game is like the ice level, but it was just like everything was just like bleak. And I understand because the game is like I Am Sadness. I understand that, but like it didn't
Right.
do that much for me.
You can definitely swing too hard in that direction.
The next story I have here is from Game Informer, and it is Supergiant's party-based RPG Rocket League game, Pyre.
Oh, it looks not. I looked at the
Dude,
gameplay and I'm
the
like, that was
combat
such
is
a
Rocket
bad
League.
comparison.
The combat is right. It's 3-on-3, and
Why?
you're trying to score
Why?
goals.
Give me 3 reasons.
It's 3-on-3. You have a ball.
There's
and
a
you're
lot
trying,
of games
and you're
that are
trying to
3-on-3.
score goals.
Holy shit! If it was 3-on-3 and it was like anything that wasn't a sphere, you would not be making. It's just because you have a ball and you're moving the ball.
It's exactly like it. So this Rocket League 2 comes out on July 25th
Fuck off.
for PS4 and PC. If you
It
pre-order
looks
now,
more like a MOBA.
if you
the
it does
gameplay.
kind of look
Yeah,
like
it
a MOBA,
does.
kind
It
of.
really does.
where it has like the isometric stuff. It looks like Dota or something like that.
Yeah, the abilities and
I think the art style is
or
fucking
even
awesome.
like Diablo. I don't know. Yeah, it looks cool. It's a multiplayer game, or is it?
No, it's not multiplayer. It's just single player.
What the fuck? I don't get it. I don't get this game. So it's like, it looks like it's made for like a multiplayer.
Oh, it does. It has
audience.
2-player head-to-head multiplayer mode. Never mind.
Okay,
take it
never
back.
mind. I was like, why
So-
would they?
So it's head-to-head and not like team-based.
No,
where,
it's not
like,
3v3.
The three of
No,
us.
that looks
one-
like it would
one-
be really.
yeah.
You'd be sitting in your corner for half the game.
Mhm.
So I understand-
The thing
I
I thought was
understand
cool is they're like you don't die, so there's no game over or anything like that. So they adapt it. Like it's like I like when games do that, make a narrative reason for you to die in the game. If that makes
Oh, yeah.
sense. Like that near one of the cool things Nier did was they did that where like your consciousness gets like, and like in Destiny the Guardian like wakes you up or whatever is like the thought process behind it. I really like when games do that. But yeah, comes out July 25th. Most hyped game for the summer for me. Like
Really?
the summer I feel like is super light. I don't feel like anybody's like, talking
I don't even know what's coming out. I can't
like
even
so
name one.
games that coming out this summer that I actually like kind of care about are Lost Legacy comes out at the beginning of August. Crash and then Arms are like the only big games that are coming out this summer that I really care about, and like Pyre because I love Transistor. Transistor was like one of my favorite games when the year came out, and I
Okay.
feel like
Yeah.
this lives up to that. I'd be very happy about that. The next story is one David added last minute. Do you want to just do it, David? You can do it.
Yeah, sure. So for anybody listening, this is over. So sorry. But right now, and we can talk about it, it's interesting. Psyonix is having the Rocket League Grand Championship this weekend, which I am watching on my other screen right now. That's why I'm looking over so much. And they have included, there's a Twitch feature called Twitch Drops. And if you watch the stream on a linked Twitch account that's linked to your Steam, PS4, Xbox account, and you're watching the stream anytime during the weekend, you can get exclusive drops. There's like 5 or 6 items, I think. And they, when you log on to Rocket League, if you've been watching the stream, there's a chance you'll get like 1 or more of them. And the viewership right now, at this moment, is 95,000 people. The highest I've ever seen one of these streams go, and I don't know what the numbers were like for the last Grand Championship, but for the like playoff games was maybe 20,000. So I really think that it paid off for them. I have to imagine that this is higher than last year. Everyone in the chat is like, rewards, and it's shitty because like you want to watch the people play. I'm watching it because I like watching the Grand Championship because these people are very skilled at a game that I like. But I thought that was a really good way to get people interested. They've also added the Live Now button to the main menu, so you can just tune in from your Rocket League screen. So I thought that was cool, and I really think that Psyonix is doing a really good job of keeping the community holistic and involved in the esports scene. Even if you're not the biggest esports fan, you can learn a lot from watching these guys, and there's stuff in it for you for watching. So yeah, I thought that was cool. I thought that was a really smart, non-intrusive way for them to get people to tune in. That's all I wanted to say about it. I just thought it was neat.
Yeah, no, I don't like. I've watched like some stuff, and I'm just like, holy shit, how are these people doing this? But like, I'm not the biggest.
Oh, I really like it, and they commentate so well, like it's a sporting event.
They actually do. Yeah, I've watched.
Yeah, the
I've
commentary's
watched it
funny.
before.
The shoutcasting on it's really funny. You're right.
Yeah, it's great.
The next story has to deal with Nier Automata, a game which I didn't really care for.
That is
but you guys
not
both
how you
played.
pronounce that, but
It's not
fair enough.
Automata. How is it?
Automata.
Automata, whatever.
Doesn't matter.
A tomato was the funniest shit.
Tomato.
Nier Automata was very funny. Surpassed 1.5 million units shipped, which is pretty big, I would say, for like a kind of a niche RPG that's only on 2 platforms.
Oh, it's shipments and digital sales.
Yeah, it's everything.
Okay. Well, I mean,
but
that's
it's not-
still bananas.
Well, yeah, but like, yeah, either way, for a kind of a niche, I said RPG, I meant like open world action game.
Action RPG.
I guess yeah.
Yeah.
But kind of but more of a niche, like weird. You have to play the game 5 times to get everything through it. It's not Call of Duty, and for it to sell that much, I feel like it's a good sign, and will hopefully encourage Square to kind of work.
I
with
am
these.
300% sure that Yoko Taro will have another game out by next year.
Okay.
Yes. This is huge. This is like logarithmically increased its popularity among people that never played the original Nier. I know this because I have seen people on the internet being like, should I go back and play the original if I want to play this? I've never played a Yoko Taro game. What's going on? And I think that's really awesome, and I'm really happy for him because he's a really nice dude as far as I can tell through his interviews, and he's really passionate about making games. He doesn't overwork his studio because I know that he drinks a lot, so I imagine they probably do too. And overall, I'm glad that they gave him the reins on this to really flex his creative muscles. And I think that his next project will be even better because I'm sure he'll have a bigger budget. So hopefully he doesn't have a shitty overworld like we talked about last time.
Yeah, Drew, do you want to see Nier 2, or do you want him to do kind of something else, or what do you want?
Well, it would be Nier 3. Yeah. It would be Nier 3, yeah. But I don't want to see another Nier game necessarily. I think that we could see a new IP from him, and I think that it could, like, if they take. I think that a lot of people kind of struggled with the open world a bit of it. It wasn't too exciting and it was kind of a pain to navigate through. If they listen to the community, the people, the 1.5 million people that bought and played the game, listen to the community feedback and they really take that to heart and put that into their next installment of whatever it may be. I think that it could pay off, and I think we might even be able to see it past the 1.5 million. So,
yeah, especially Square. Square getting behind this game is kind that matters. Yeah.
Square getting behind it's awesome. I don't know if we'll see it next year, like David says, but I think we can definitely expect something the next few years at the most.
Absolutely.
Yeah, from his team. At the most, next few years, we'll see something from him. I mean, with these numbers, we have to.
Yep.
This next story is about the Switch, and apparently Nintendo is having some hard times trying to get parts to make it, which would kind of explain, I guess, some of the... What am I trying to say?
I don't think that this has much to do with that. I know almost for a fact that that's artificial scarcity on Nintendo's part.
Obviously.
And I feel like, and this has been thrown around a little bit as a theory to this, phone makers have caught wind of that and been like, fuck, we better just buy all this shit before they really start ramping up production. And now Nintendo's like, okay guys, the jig is up. We're going to make a bunch of Switches. And they're like, wait a minute, what do you mean all the parts are sold out? So... all the phones and shit, it's all these little micro vibrators that make the rumble feature in the Switch, and just little shit like that, something with the screen. I don't know hardware very much. But I feel like that's probably what happened, and Nintendo is just paying for their shitty business practice of So that's what you get. I got a Switch. I was really lucky. I had to go through a fucking billion hoops to get it, and I hate that I had to do that, and I hate that people can't buy it, and I think Nintendo is just throwing money down the toilet right now by pulling this bullshit yet again.
Yeah, I'm sure. What I would assume is happening is kind of they hold some stock for when the ARMS comes out, and they release a bunch more whenever that comes. Like what they did when Zelda came out initially, everything floodgates kind of open for it. Then when Mario Kart, another shipment goes out. And then the ARMS thing is kind of what I feel like they're doing, which makes sense to a certain degree. It sucks that you can't buy it still. People are having problems with it. I just saw, you have to do the Walmart fucking hack where you build the bundle and then put it on your phone and then, type in source code and then you can remove the bundle and it's a whole fucking thing. You have to be like fucking iRobot, or not iRobot, Mr. Robot. iRobot, yeah.
I did not murder her.
But yeah,
good movie. Not really.
Nah, probably not if I go back. But it was great when I watched it. But yeah, no. I hope Nintendo kind of gets their shit together the next few months, and especially when Mario comes out.
They kind of have to. Well, by then I fucking hope they've got it together. That'll be like the new Switch by then. So.
The Switch Slim.
Yeah, we can all go fuck ourselves
with the fucking the plug not at the bottom, so I can fucking stand it up while I play it and charge it at the same time.
Yeah,
that's the worst design choice. This next story is kind of a bummer. Not really. PlayStation 3 apparently is not being produced anymore. End of an era, I guess, because Xbox 360 is already not being produced. Wii's obviously not being produced anymore either. So PS3 ends its production. The 500 gigabyte, the George Foreman grill one with the slidey top is not being produced anymore. And I just kind of wanted to talk about specifically with Drew, because you're a big PS3 kind of guy. You got your games back there. What are some of the kind of PS3 smaller titles? Because everybody knows about the Uncharted's and the Last of Us and the Little Big Planets and the Metal Gear 4s and stuff like that of the world. What are some smaller PS3 maybe exclusive titles you would like to highlight right now? Because I thought one that I feel like didn't get enough love maybe that's really cool, kind of experimental thing is Puppeteer. I really like that game.
Puppeteer was so good. The art style and just the gameplay. We were supposed to play that shit together, and you dropped. I don't know where the fuck you went.
I bailed on you for that one. I thought that game's fun. I think that game's really cool. It has a really cool like the way the story is framed and everything. But yeah, what are some you got, Drew?
Maybe not as good as when it launched, but this was definitely. Let's see if we can get
Heavenly
it there.
Sword.
Heavenly Sword was a pretty you can't see, but Heavenly Sword was pretty good. I mean, I have so many of them here, but a lot of them are cross-platform.
Anything you want to shout out, David? David, you never owned a PS3, right?
Mm-mm.
No, so you never.
Mag. Remember Mag?
Yeah, that
Mag
wasn't that
and,
the game. That was the game in particular that got fucked by the PSN outage, right? Like it came out like the day before the PSN went down, and it's like an exclusively online game, pretty much. So like, just when that game comes out for a month, it's like main component just doesn't work. Like absolutely kind of fucked.
I know.
In that regard.
I know a fun one. You said Little Big Planet, and I don't think it got as much love as for being a PlayStation exclusive. Being a part of that series, Little Big Planet karting I played last year for the first time. And I mean, if you don't own a Nintendo system and you need a kart racer, something fun to play with friends or family, Little Big Planet karting was actually pretty solid. Of course, you got the customization and just the gameplay mechanics were really fun.
What was the other one? The other customizing
Mod
game
Nation Racers.
Mod Nation Racers.
Yeah, Mod Nation.
I guess the same team did both of them, honestly. Yeah. So PS3, Bon Voyage. You were cool.
I feel like if you're buying a PS3 in 2017, you're probably buying secondhand anyways.
Yeah,
I almost bought one.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, this is gonna sound judgmental, and I don't mean it to be, but like if you can't like afford a PS4 right now, you're not gonna fucking go out and buy a new PS3.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people wait a generation because they can't afford new games, and that's totally understandable. So if they're gonna buy a PS3, they're probably gonna buy it from like an acquaintance or from GameStop refurbished, something like that. So the new PS3 economy is probably just not looking good anyways. So I'm not surprised. Yeah, and I think that's for the best anyways.
I'll tell you something though. Personally, I'm a collector of sorts. This is just a small behind me here, just a small bit of what I have.
His shot is framed so much better than yours, David.
What do I do?
I'm just saying like the stuff behind him. Like he has like.
Yeah, it's my fucking ceiling. What do you want?
He has a background.
But as you can't really tell the video quality. It's not the greatest, but I own a bunch of PS3 games. That's where I started collecting, and I've gone back and forth on all different systems. But as sad as it is, lifetimes come and go, right? So the PS3's got to go. And PS4 is in now, and we'll get PS5 in a few years, whatever. But this is good news for me because there's still a bunch of games that I don't own on the PS3. So as that's done with production, prices of games start coming down, my collection starts growing. I'm excited. I'm gonna have to start hopping online and everything.
Yeah. So that is the end of the news segment of the show. What's the next segment? I should look at the.
What are we playing?
Look at the doc. Oh yeah, what are we playing?
It's your fucking show.
Yeah.
All right, so David.
So David, what have you been playing, man?
Well, I had it different because I thought I'd be fuck you, asshole.
My guy.
I thought I'd be playing Kingdom Hearts by now, but it just got here today, so I haven't started that.
Okay.
Have you guys played those games?
Never played Kingdom Hearts.
No, I own the 1.5, 2.5, but I've not played them either. I said Aaron because I was thinking of Aaron because our friend Aaron has literally played all of them like 20 times over. Yeah, you can.
Go watch that. That's hilarious. Well, I just was hoping I would enjoy them, and I'm sure I will because I really like hack and slash RPGs. So excited to play those. But yesterday, I was watching a stream. I was watching Northern Lion, who I will always talk about because it's the only streamer I watch. I was watching them, and they were talking about Path of Exile and saying, yeah, there's this action RPG. And I'd heard of it, but I was always getting it mixed up with Pillars of Eternity in my head because they have the same acronym. So people are just saying, like, POE. Like, that's cool, but I don't know what that is. And I've been wanting to play Diablo 3, but the Necromancer isn't out, and it's going to cost money. And I was like, that's fucking stupid. So I heard this game, and I looked it up, and it's free. And I was like, what the fuck? And I didn't know this, but it was crowdfunded in, like, 2014. I got a really big crowdfunding budget for a small team. And they made it completely ethically free. So all of the payments are cosmetics. There's absolutely no pay to win at all. And there's a huge player base and community. And it's like way, way, way deep. you can really do anything you want with your character. It's like way more involved than Diablo 3. It's more like Diablo 2, honestly. And I've been really enjoying it. I just started yesterday, so that's just my first impression of it. I'm really excited to jump back in. And yeah, it's just a nice little grind, and I love those games. Also playing Psychonauts for the 4th time with Cheyenne, and that game is a fucking classic, and I highly recommend it. If you haven't played it, pick up the Steam version because the PS4, like PS2 version lags a lot. It's got a little bit of like framiness like the PS2 version had. They didn't really change it, so get the Steam version. It's really, really good. Super fun game. CJ, what about you? What have you been playing?
So last night I played through Her Story for like the 4th time with my girlfriend because she had never played it. That game's fucking awesome. That game, the design of that game is great. But the thing I want to talk about, I haven't played this game. I don't have it here on the dock, so I'm gonna come at you guys hot with the quick takes. But is Friday the 13th the Jason game where it's 7v1? I haven't played a lot of played any of that game. I've been watching like streams of it and stuff, and I feel that's the best way to enjoy that game because that game it's like super fucking buggy from whenever I play it or whenever I watch somebody play it. But like it is a really fun streaming kind of game.
Those asymmetrical multiplayer games always are.
Where it's for me it has been really fun to watch like the shenanigans on why things are going on and stuff, you know what I'm saying? But like I'm not explaining it very well, but I think that game breeds a lot of, just like PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds for a callback to what we were talking about a few episodes ago, was it breeds a lot of randomness and kind of stuff happening on the fly that's really funny. And it's super buggy. I don't think the character models look that great, and the facial expressions are fucking hilarious. Everybody's seen the one guy, the like preppy guy with like the kind of look. Yeah, everybody just did it. But overall, I think it's pretty funny. So like it's pretty funny to watch somebody stream that game. So that is definitely the way I think it should be experienced. David, your camera went out. I don't know what happened. But...
my mother is calling me.
Oh well.
Mother, no, it's good.
Drew, what have you been going on this week?
Okay, so I don't have any new games I'm playing this week or anything. Just a quick little plug here for our podcast. On Wednesday this week, we will be posting the first video, or I will be posting the first video of a new series that I'm working on called Current Goes Retro, where I play or David or CJ, if they feel like hopping on and playing some. We play older games that we think were industry defining or just nostalgic for us or nostalgic for other people as well. So the first episode will be going up this Wednesday about noon. And yeah, I mean, that's what I've been working on. I've been working on some content for that. So I've been playing some Super Nintendo games. So I went back and played. I'm not going to spoil it. I don't want you to know what I've been playing ahead of time. Just Super Nintendo. That's where I'm starting out. So that's really what I've been working on hard this week, and hopefully next week I can find something and play something new.
Right.
This week's been a little busy.
That's cool. That's actually a really good segue to the current recommend segment where we talk about games we hold dear and think are must plays for any gamer and why. David, you had something this week. What did you have, man?
Did I? Did I mention that?
Yep. It says this week, David, in the
thing. Well, you know what? That's fine because I was actually going to recommend Psychonauts, even though and I was going to recommend it last week before we just jumped ship on that because we were on the fly doing it.
Psychonauts.
Psychonauts is a game by Double Fine, Tim Schafer and crew. He made
Brutal Legend, all the LucasArts,
Broken Age. He made Day of the Tentacle. Really good. It's his best game. Well, I don't know. Grim Fandango is also fantastic, which is also on on PS4 now, which is cool. It's a really, really good. It's well-rounded in its exploration. The gameplay itself can be lacking at times. It is an older game. It's just a basic run and jump, platform, whack stuff, shoot stuff. But the real reason you want to play it is the atmosphere and the writing are just out of this world. It's set in a summer camp for psychic children. And they're training to become psychonauts, which are like secret agents in this world that can infiltrate people's minds and like go on all these missions and stuff. But you just play from the perspective of a kid, so it's all much bigger than you. And there's some kind of like mysterious plot going on in the camp, and you have to get to the bottom of it. The core gameplay loop is you have a door, you get the access to this door, and you throw it on people's heads in the game world, NPCs, and you go into their psyche. And so basically, and the first level is like he's like a war vet. He's the coach of the camp. They just call him Coach Oleander. And you go into his head, and it's all just like war. It's like World War II. There's planes everywhere. There's explosions. All the planes are made out of like bullet belts. The art and stuff is just so good, and it's so well realized. And so you'll just go around, and it's just so exciting, kind of seeing how these people think. You learn more about their demons, and every level really builds to the depth of the characters. And I cannot recommend it enough if you're a fan of good writing, good characterization, and just awesome level design.
Yeah, it's I think you can play it on PC, PS4 with the PS2, PS4 thing, PS3.
Yep.
And then they're making the sequel got crowdfunded on their own thing, like Fig, I think is what it's called. So that's coming sometime. And
holding out on that. I got really excited, but
there's a PlayStation VR game right now. It's like Psychonauts, something Rhombus of Ruin.
Rhombus of Ruin.
That's coming out, or that's already out. So maybe if you want to check that out. Yeah. So this is gonna go into topic of the week, which this week is the week. So it's Monday right now. This weekend upcoming is gonna be E3. So this week we're gonna be doing E3 predictions. Of which we're gonna have 3 apiece for each, so 3 for Sony, 3 for Microsoft, 3 for Nintendo, 3 for third party. And then the week after E3, we're gonna count them all up, see what everybody had, and then we're gonna judge based on points, like who has the most points and who gets who wins. And basically, we've decided for the winner, the other 2 people are gonna pitch in, and we're gonna buy them a little indie game, on whatever they want. So yeah, that'll be a real fun little common kind of competition going here. So to start off, I think we're gonna start with Sony, and I'm gonna let David go first, if that sounds good.
Yep. We're doing 3 guesses, right?
Three for each thing. Yep. So
okay.
Well, don't do all 3. Just do one, and then I'll go to me, and then Drew. If that makes sense.
Okay.
All right.
So I predict for Sony.
And then hold on. Last thing. Write it down. Whatever you predict, write it down in the docs. I'll do this later and watch it back.
Okay.
Okay.
We're doing 3 for each panel, or 3 for just total?
3 for each panel.
I had it in my head that it was 3 total, so I've only got 3.
All right. Well,
I guess
think of some other stuff out your ass. Just think of something.
My points are going to be awful. I'm not going to win like that.
There was strict rules that I put into place.
Said
yeah, I believe there was annotations.
There was annotations. It's very, very.
My 3 are going to be right anyway, so I'm going to get all the points.
Right.
My first prediction, this has been rumored before. So From Software, the developers of Dark Souls and Bloodborne, were working with Sony on a new IP. This was rumored. They're also working on 3 games right now. And I think that the new From Software IP will be announced for an early, and by early I mean like first half. I'll
March.
put that in here.
Okay, yeah, you can do first half. That's fine.
2018 release.
Yeah.
And I think it will. That's really all I have to say about it. It's either going to be that, or it's going to be like Bloodborne 2, which I hope doesn't happen.
Yeah.
But that's also been a rumor that's been tossed around a lot. I'm not wanting.
Hopefully
I don't want that.
Right
Bloodborne's the best. I don't need it to be tainted with your Dark Souls 2 bullshit. So yeah, I'll work on my other. You guys just go. I'm gonna work on my other shit. I got this.
So for my first prediction that I'm gonna post in here, CJ's predictions that I spelled wrong, is going to be that Sucker Punch, who is the developer of Infamous and back in the day Sly Cooper, they are coming out with a new IP that's not Infamous related, but it's still superhero related somehow. Like, it's still open world. You're still a superhero in some context. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a fair one? You cool with that, Drew?
I don't give a shit.
All right. So you can go on to your first one or your next one.
All right. My prediction is, and I don't know if you guys have heard much about this game, but it's been in the works for, I want to say, about 2 or 3 years. There's a game made by the game that I showed, the studio that worked on Heavenly Blade. Hellblade, I believe it's Senua's Sacrifice.
Yeah.
They've been working heavily on this game, and I would be disappointed. Let me say that. I would be very disappointed if they don't show it at E3.
Mm-hmm.
And I would definitely expect it in the quarter 1 of next year at the
Okay.
earliest. So, I mean, it's similar, very story driven, very beautiful game from what I've seen so far. So, given the time, I think they can only make it better. But that's my first Sony prediction. So,
All right, so David, you can go for next round. Or same
for Sony?
with Sony. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. This is boring, but I'm like trying to pull these out of my ass as quickly as possible, and I might revise them later. I'm almost positive this is gonna happen. This is easy points. God of War gameplay trailer, gonna happen. 110% sure that's gonna happen. And then I think it's actually gonna. I think it's gonna surprise people. I think this is gonna get a holiday release.
So this
It's
holiday.
been
think so?
this holiday. Yes.
I
think
mean,
so.
I'd be about it.
It's
I would
very.
be cool with
Split
it,
my
but I
time
don't
between
think
that
that's
and
fucking
Mario,
happening.
but
It seems unlikely, but that's my. I put my chips on the
Because
table.
the way Sony's done it for the past few years is that they haven't had a holiday game and have just been kind of coasting on. Like they have the marketing with Destiny, they have the marketing with Call of Duty, they have the marketing with Star Wars. So I don't think they're gonna do a holiday game. But if they were to do one, that would be it. I would think because it's probably one of their biggest franchises.
yeah, that's one of their things. Yeah.
My next prediction. This is I don't know if this is a gimme. You guys can tell me if it's a gimme, but they're gonna do what the fuck was that? Oh my god.
Cat cam.
His cat just like came out. But they're gonna do for after their Destiny, they're gonna have a big blowout of Destiny 2. And they're gonna be like Destiny 2 beta available right now. Or whatever,
Oh.
and you can do it. You
Yeah.
can,
You
you
think,
can
you think they're gonna do that? They already announced a Destiny beta though.
but they haven't done a date. They've just said in the fall, and it's gonna or in the whatever.
They
It's
said summer, but yeah.
Summer, but it's gonna be. They're gonna be like, yeah, this is a beta, right? You can download it right now, or you know what I'm saying? Like that is the.
I mean, it's a wise thing to do because if we learned anything from Fallout 4, where they were like, it's available next month,
yeah,
everyone bought it, and then it wasn't that great. So
Yeah.
if you want to really sell your game and like get everybody hyped about it, tell them it's available as soon as the video's over.
yeah.
Yeah,
You
so, I don't really have a whole lot of specifics on it,
Mhm.
but I would be very excited to see some Spider-Man gameplay. Right? We got the movie coming out. Why not sell the game to? I'm not saying this year, but I'd like to see it this year.
Oh, you think it's coming this year?
but my-
That's not
my-
part of your prediction.
My prediction is it's a 2018 game, but I think that we'll hopefully get some actual gameplay and not the bullshit cutscenes that they were showing us. We're like, this is gameplay, and it's like, no, these are obviously quick time events.
Yeah.
Get the
Do you
fuck
think we'll
out
get
of
a
here.
fucking?
Okay, so
Do you think we'll get a title for the game? Because right now all it is Spider-Man PS4. Is there gonna be an actual title?
Spider-Man, the man behind the mask, and you get to play as Peter Parker the whole
And
time.
you get to play as.
And
And you get to play
pictures.
as.
That's the whole game. You
Killer
just get
Mike.
to take pictures.
Yeah.
Ugh.
David, you got one?
No, I can't think of a third one.
All right,
I don't
well,
want to just blow it.
I'll do one, then Drew will do one, then we'll come back to you. Okay.
Oh god damn it. Okay, go.
Just fucking think of one.
I'm trying.
So this one has been rumored a little bit. Is Rocksteady, who do the Batman games. I think they're gonna have some kind of presence there, and I think they're gonna do a new game and unveil it. I don't know. It'll probably come out 2018, but don't quote me on that. That's not part of my prediction. But it's gonna be in the DC universe.
Quoted.
So it's
Noted.
it might be a Justice League game or like a Batman Nightwing game or a Damian Wayne game or something like that. But that is gonna happen in this time. Drew, do you got one?
I got it.
Maybe we get the teaser for the story DLC on Horizon.
Okay.
Since they initially was saying we're not going to do the DLC, but then, well, it did so so well that we're going to do some DLC. So I think we'll get the Horizon DLC this year, maybe towards the end. But I think we can definitely expect the single player DLC to be out this year.
All right, David, what do you got?
I got it. Media Molecule
Mhm.
with that Dreams game. That's gonna have gameplay. It's gonna have a gameplay.
Nah, get the fuck out of here with that shit. That game's so terrible.
When is all right? So it's
You're high as fuck.
That game looks fucking bad.
Fuck off.
It looks
Well, it
really
doesn't matter.
bad.
It doesn't matter. 'Cause they're
So we're
gonna
gonna
show
get
it 'cause
gameplay
it's been-
and your thing coming out this year.
I think it's coming out this year.
All right. Well, that is a prediction.
That seems like a bold enough prediction for me to just.
That is a very bold prediction. That is far out of left field there. So
Yeah, but like
what's
they
next?
showed it at last E3, just a teaser, so like it makes a lot of sense for it. And they've been doing a lot of streams of it, so it's got to be nearing the end of production. I would,
One, I guess, could hope.
yeah.
All right,
We'll
so
see.
next we're gonna do Nintendo, then we're gonna do Microsoft. So you think of some predictions for Microsoft,
Okay.
David? 'Cause I don't see any here.
But
But
god damn it, I forgot about Microsoft.
but while you do that, Drew and I, you made a bunch of picks, right?
Damn
We
it.
didn't tell each other anything beforehand, so we knew we'd overlap a little bit. So we made a
Right.
bunch of picks. On mine,
Yeah.
I said none of these count for points. The 3 I already said are the points ones, but these are some ones that I think might happen. Is Spyro remastered? Like they're doing Crash, they might do Spyro.
Oh, for what? For what? Are we talking other system or are we still talking Sony?
Sony. We're just doing our predictions we didn't use.
Oh,
I had
okay.
one of those actually.
Those are all you then. I exhausted
Oh, you
mine.
okay?
We already talked about them. Yeah.
And then Death Stranding, I think we'll get another trailer, and like we'll still just be like, "What the fuck is this game?" and Kojima will be like, "Hi, I am Kojima," and we'll all be like, "Oh my god, Kojima!" And then nothing will happen. I think maybe another
like it?
another celebrity cameo will come out, but yeah, that's what we got for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So next we're gonna do. Oh, well,
No, I got another Sony one that I don't want to
Okay.
use.
All right.
You guys remember that Watam game
Yeah.
made by Keita Takahashi?
Yeah.
Made We Love Katamari and Katamari.
Yeah.
I bet that's gonna get some gameplay.
Yeah.
Sure.
I bet that's gonna. It has a release date now for 2017. It got pushed back to 2017.
Yeah.
So it fucking has to be almost. I hope it's almost done. I want that fucking game so much. I'm so excited. I love his work. I love his vision. That's all I had to say. I'm
Katamari and
hoping.
Katamari Damacy are awesome. Now we're
Did
gonna
you say
go on-
awful? I will
Are
fight
awesome,
the fuck
are
out of you.
awesome,
Oh my
awesome,
god!
awesome,
You cut out. I.
All right, we're going to Nintendo. Drew, do you want to go first? You want me to go first?
Yeah. I'll go ahead and.
All right, you leave this
Let me
one.
see. I'm gonna try and go with one that neither. It's not been confirmed, not denied. Right? It's not.
Mm-hmm.
I think that at E3, I don't think Nintendo is going to have as big of a presence outside of Mario Odyssey. First and
Mhm.
foremost, I want to
That's
say that. Yeah, because Mario Odyssey is gonna be there. But I'm not going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about. I think that we'll get an announcement of ports. I think there's a lot of good games on the Wii U that didn't sell that well that would sell well on the Nintendo Switch. Example, Mario Party 8 or 9, whichever Mario Party they're on, I think would
I
be
think
a
it's
good
10.
port. Whatever the fuck it is, any of the Mario Party games, Mario sports games, Captain Toad, and I mean, if they did this, it would set them up so well for not just next year's E3, but the year after. Like if they brought Captain Toad while they've been working on Captain Toad 2,
Yeah,
Are they working on that?
and then they,
maybe.
no, I'm not saying
Oh,
they
you're
are,
saying
but
that
if they
would be
brought it
good.
to the
Okay.
Switch and then released the Captain Toad 2 on the Switch, because Captain Toad 2, I didn't get a chance to play it. I didn't have a Wii U at the time, but like I heard was pretty good. So if they brought it to the Switch and then announced the Captain
Yeah,
Toad
it's
2
like you
in
get
2
Captain
years
Toad,
or a
you pre-order
year,
Captain Toad, you
like
get Captain
you're kind of setting yourself up for some success. So
Yeah.
I think that we're going to hear, not saying every game is going to be ported, obviously, because some of them just suck. But I think a lot of the first party Nintendo games we're going to get ports of. So fingers crossed, because I would like to play some of them that I didn't get a chance to play.
Mine is port related too, but it sounds like a layup. But let me finish. So Smash Brothers is gonna get a port. That's
I have
coming
that
out.
already. Just to
That-
clarify, I didn't
All
just
right,
write
well,
that.
you got to write something else. It's not my fault.
All right,
Hey,
well,
I got to
it's
make note of that. I'm going to write that down in my predictions.
It's coming out. It's coming out next year. And here's where the fun stuff starts. So it's gonna have both, like 3DS and Wii U had different, like some different stages and maps and stuff like that. It's gonna have all that in one package. It's gonna have all the DLC characters,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
and it's gonna have Splatoon characters in it.
Or
Yeah.
ARMS characters.
No, I'm
Okay.
saying Splatoon. I don't.
I'm saying
I think
I'll
Nintendo's gonna
side
wait
with
see if
you.
Arms catches on first.
Arms
No,
will
no,
have characters.
I want to side with you on the Splatoon thing, because I've heard some people say ARMS characters coming in,
Mhm.
and look, ARMS hasn't even come out yet.
Yeah.
Okay, so like, there's no way in hell they're working on ARMS characters for Smash. Maybe in the future on another Smash, or perhaps a character DLC, but I doubt we'll get any. I think we'll just get like a cumulative deluxe edition like we did with Mario Kart. So, but I second your prediction. I also had that. So
All right, David, you can go.
Okay. So I think that a new Animal Crossing is going to be slated for release this holiday season. I think that because I don't think those games have this is probably just a false prediction, but I don't think their development cycles are super crazy, and it has been a long time since the last mainline entry. It'll be a Switch exclusive, and I think it's going to have a lot of the aspects of like Happy Home Designer. Apparently, that had really good like customization for your rooms and things. I have actually not played an Animal Crossing game, but Cheyenne loves them.
Yeah.
And Happy Home Designer had a lot of new good ideas, so I think that's going to happen. I think there will be a new Pikmin announcement. That's just
all right, hold on. We gotta go to David or Drew on it.
Whoa.
My bad.
For some reason, it seemed to me like we were
prediction here.
Hey, I'm David Morgan. I'm fucking.
I got carried away because I'm writing them down. I'm pulling them out. You fucking got me on a roll.
All
right, Drew, you go ahead.
We'll come right back to you. I'll make mine quick. To kind of hit on what David said about Animal Crossing, there's another series that has been exclusive to the 3DS, which is Story of Seasons. And Story of Seasons is like made by some of the people that made Harvest Moon. And so there's two different camps, and I feel like sometimes the Animal Crossing and the Story of Seasons Harvest Moon camp, they don't necessarily go, to each other. They don't cross paths. Similar to it escapes me at the moment. What's the game that everybody was all about for a little bit? David, your Cheyenne was playing it. The farming game. You know what I'm saying? What was that called?
Stardew Valley.
Stardew Valley. Story of Seasons, of course, it's similar to that, but you got the Harvest Moon kind of art style. I think we might see one because just as Animal Crossing has come out, we've seen Story of Seasons come out as well, and they hit different audiences and some of the same. So I don't know when we'll get it, but if they phase out the 3DS like they should, then.
If they keep supporting the 3DS after making the Switch, it's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah,
what are you doing?
They're just digging a hole for themselves if they do that.
Yeah,
so, all right. CJ?
My prediction is we will get a Dragon Quest XI trailer, and
we already got one.
Well, we're gonna get one on the Nintendo thing, and it's gonna have some kind of content that's like better on Switch or something like. Does that make sense? Like. Some kind of something like that.
Like better on PlayStation and stuff.
Kind of something like that. And then we'll get a release date of next year for it.
I hope so.
Okay.
I'll be all about that, definitely.
Okay.
David?
Okay, so I think this is 100% like guaranteed. This is kind of like a shitty guess, but 3-4 Switch is going to get announced for a June 2018 release. You're going to be required to use all 4 Joy-Cons, so hands and feet involved, and it's like Twister, but like way less intuitive.
It's like Twister.
Yep.
That's a good one. I like that one. That one's fun.
But actually, I think that there will be a Pikmin announcement.
Pikmin, yeah. Like
and I think that Pikmin will be
and not the My Pikmin either.
That's like the mobile one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the 3DS one. I hope it's like a main storyline Pikmin game.
My predictions are all like
two.
Just things I want to happen and not things that I think will happen.
Hey,
so like,
hey man,
whatever.
Your dreams.
I'll hit you with a prediction that I want to happen, but it probably won't. But it would be fucking amazing if it did. No More Heroes 3. Like if they were able to do that,
I should have put that down.
Would that not be like amazing?
I wouldn't even doubt that. I wouldn't even doubt that'll happen. I don't think it's gonna be No More Heroes.
He was at
3.
the one event, right?
Yeah, he was at the GDC.
No, I thought he was at the Switch unveiling event.
He was. That's right. Yeah.
And like his audio was like unsynced, and he like went off script.
No, it was the translator.
It was really funny.
The translator's fucked
up. Japan. This is bad. That guy lost a job. He felt bad.
It was very.
But I don't think it's going to be No More Heroes 3 because he never specifically said that, and he kept saying that it'll be a No More Heroes game. It might even be like a fighting game, is what people are thinking. Like it might just be like a weird spin-off thing. I hope it's like a mainline No More Heroes game. Like a lot.
If it were a fighting game, would you fuck with it? Would you want to play it?
Absolutely, like every day. Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm just checking. I really enjoyed them as well.
If it was a dating sim, I would buy it. Like No More Heroes is just like so fucking good. Yes. So
I agree.
I'm on board. I fuck with Suda. I think he's gonna make a good game. He's heavily involved in all the other games that he's made. Have been him just kind of like there in the building somewhere. But he really makes good games, so I'm excited. Yep.
Is it your turn, Drew? I can't remember.
I just yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I guess it is my turn. I've pretty much thrown out all my predictions that count towards this, so I'm gonna.
Oh, I haven't.
start
I have one
throwing
more.
in-
I have one more. I have one more.
Well, then it's your turn.
All right, my bad. I
fault.
couldn't. I couldn't
My fault.
remember. I couldn't remember if you had. So you've done three. You've done three,
Yes.
Drew. And how many have you done, David?
Like 2 actual ones.
All right. Then
What the fuck? How did I get 3 in there already?
I don't
go
remember.
like
You guys are
last.
bitching at me for jumping the gun, and now we're like all fucked.
I don't remember. All right.
It's all good. It's all good. You guys go ahead.
My last prediction is gonna be Nintendo is gonna announce a major series for 3DS. That is, they're still continuing the 3DS. The 3DS is alive and well. There's gonna be another Fire Emblem mainline game. There might be another Animal Crossing mainline game. They might do a Zelda or Metroid Heroes game. You know what I'm saying? Those games. Something like that will be exclusive to the 3DS and coming later on than
I
should be allowed.
will.
Okay. Hold on. I don't doubt that you're wrong, or you're right. My bad. I don't doubt that you're right. I think there will be 3DS. I think there will be 3DS announcements, but the way I've thought about this, I've thought, you know what? They probably, with the way that the Wii U launched as a console and it did so terribly, right?
Mhm.
They were probably hesitant. They might not have believed 100% in the Switch, but once the way that like the Switch is selling now and now like the fastest selling Nintendo console,
Yeah.
they probably already had 3DS games in the work, if not throughout this year and to the next year.
Yeah.
So instead of wasting the time to port, they're going to start working on new Fire Emblems, which I already said that they're going to, which we probably won't hear anything about. But they're already working on a new Fire Emblem. Besides the Warriors, they're already working on other IPs like with their first party games. And I think these games are already finished. So we're gonna get all the games that like this is kind of like this is our last hurrah for the 3DS, which will last like a year and a half,
Mhm.
and it'll allow all the 3DS owners to have time to hopefully hop on the Switch train because it's going. You know what I'm saying? Like it's taken off and people are buying it and
Leaving
people
the
are
station.
enjoying it, and it's like it's a good system. So I think it's going to give people time to switch over to the Switch and
Very.
and purchase the console because it's just as much a mobile device as it is a home console.
Yeah.
And I mean, all these developers that put time into 3DS games, they already put the time in. You know what I'm saying? So like, why be like, well, now you got to spend more time, push your game back again, and because there's like a huge 3DS base, there's enough people to like if they sell the game, especially mainline games, that people are going to buy them. And the companies need the money to produce the Switch games that should be coming in the next 3 years. So 2-3 years.
So my official prediction.
That was just what I wanted to say that.
That was like good. My official prediction is announce a 3DS game and a major series, and everyone will be like, "What the fuck?" That is my official prediction.
What was the major? Announce a major game.
Announce a 3DS game and a major series, and everyone will be like, "What the fuck?"
Okay.
Everyone.
So now we're moving on to Microsoft. Or do you have any?
Okay.
I think Virtual Console is gonna be there. I didn't want to guess that because
Yeah.
I was.
I didn't get my
I-
third
I-
Nintendo thing.
Didn't you?
No.
Yeah, David.
All right,
David
whatever.
needs one.
Fuck
David
it.
needs one more.
Mainline Pokemon game for Switch. There, I'm done.
Is it new
Yeah,
one or
Pokemon
stars?
Stars.
A new one or stars?
What's Stars?
Like Moon and Sun. Put
It's
New.
Moon, Sun, Stars.
New?
Bam.
New one
Okay.
for the Switch. That's not on Switch, right?
No,
Ooh,
it's
he's
not
getting
announced.
risky.
It's not
He's
announced.
getting risky.
But that's
This
the
is
New
Switch.
Stars,
This is a Switch
but-
game.
All right.
The second years though with the Virtual Console,
It's not gonna happen, but
it's not going to happen. And
There's no
the reason
fucking chance.
I'm skeptical now is because of what the recent, like we talked about with the pushing back of the online service.
Mm-hmm.
I read an article written by Jason Schreier, and he said that Nintendo's he's trying to contact them, and they've not really confirmed whether or not Virtual Console is going to be available by the time 2018 hits with the online service. So like it's kind of making me hesitant. Not that they don't have it ready, or not that they, are they even working on it? I hope that they are because I think they'll sell even more consoles and everything. But I want Nintendo to succeed, and the Virtual Console is going to like boost them
It will
immensely.
for
So
sure be there. You can lock that in. I'm looking at you right now.
it's locked in. You know what? Hey,
Lock
all
it.
right. I'm looking at. Am I looking at you?
No, I'm the other way.
Am I looking at you?
Yeah, you're looking at me. Yep.
Huh?
Yeah.
I'm looking at you. If the Virtual Console is not announced, you lose just automatically. And if it is announced, I will pay $20. You hear me? $20. The bet's 15. David could put in half of the 15. I'll pay you 20 straight out of pocket.
All right, sure. The virtual console will be there in some way.
All right.
It might not be out right away. They're gonna talk about it a little bit. I didn't say it was gonna be out.
Cut.
I don't
It's
know.
over.
We'll get
Microsoft. How's Microsoft doing? What are the predictions there?
Microsoft. Here's the first one. Cuphead is coming out in August.
Mm.
I'm fucking waiting.
I hope so.
Cuphead's coming out in August.
I love it. Looks so fun. Like I'm literally holding on to my Xbox One for that reason. I played Left 4 Dead last week,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh yeah, Left 4 Dead, pretty fun. But I was like,
great.
when's Cuphead coming out? Like I want to play some Cuphead, so I need it.
All right, David, what do you got?
Yeah.
Gears of War spin-off, kind of like the Judgment.
Yeah.
Slated for a 2018 release.
All right, Drew.
Thinking.
What was the dude's friends and the
Dude's friends.
never mind. Forget about it. I was going to talk
Sports
about the
friends?
Gears 4. Gears 4. I was gonna talk about Gears 4.
I know who you're talking about.
There was
Yeah.
Marcus's son, and then he had two friends, the girl and the black guy. I just forget the names.
Fuck, I can't remember their names. JD was his son.
It doesn't matter. Move it. Yeah. I was just gonna say we might see something about their his friends. Anyways, hopefully, all right, because this is one of the best. Like I've played most of the Xbox One exclusives. This is the best, one of the best ones in my opinion. From everything that we've been falsely promised and everything, and keeps getting pushed back and not talked about. Sunset Overdrive was amazing, right? CJ, you can back that. It was a very fun game. Hopefully, a Sunset Overdrive 2 would be cool. Even a teaser would be awesome. I would be.
It
cool
was on
teaser.
Games of Gold recently. I don't know how well that game sold or whether they want to work with them again. And they're also making Spider-Man 2, so I don't know. But maybe.
All right.
My next one
that's just like Sunset.
Shadow of the Tomb Raider gets announced, and I was gonna be ballsy and say it's a timed exclusive like the last one, but I'm hesitant to do that. So I'm just gonna say it's getting announced and it has a release date of next year. How you guys feel on that one? No.
I mean, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, right?
Yeah.
The timed exclusive, whether Microsoft pays them enough money and they want to buy into that or whatever, okay.
Mm-hmm.
If they weren't able to see how much that probably hurt them, when PS4s are outselling the Xbox One 2-1 in consoles pretty much. And Tomb Raider is an awesome game. Both of the games have been fantastic, and it's like, why not sell it to all consoles just at the same time? So I mean, I think, or even flip flop. Sony pays you some money and you make it time exclusive on Sony. You'd still make more money than when you released it for a year on Xbox.
Yeah, I think they got burned by that. Maybe they're dumb enough to do it because they're just like, oh well, Fallout 4 came out on like the same day, so maybe that's what ate into it. But I'm not convinced.
I hope they're not stupid like that. I want to see them succeed and not have to wait for their money
that
to
series
come in.
awesome.
I'm sure they sold it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
David, what do you got? Or whose turn is it?
David.
My turn.
Okay.
Halo 6 reveal. Scorpio actual gameplay on the Scorpio will be at the bottom of the screen.
All right.
Swear to God,
I hope so. That'd be cool.
Yeah,
That'd be cool.
Drew, what do you got?
Ori and the Blind Forest 2.
Okay. I would be about that shit.
Cool. Oh yeah, that's again.
I would be about that shit.
That's another game that I would consider in my top 3 Xbox One games, because let me tell you, there's not many games, and like by far Ori and Sunset Overdrive are like right up there. So
Ori's on Steam though, so like
I guess it's not.
Well,
there is no. We should say this table is for topic for another day. But Microsoft, like the whole
fucking up.
anywhere is like.
What are you doing? That's cool though. Hollow Knight's still better, but I hope that happens.
Ori 2 would be nice. I'm just saying that, throwing that out there.
Yes.
This one is kind of, I don't know. How do you guys consider this? Tacoma, which is Fulbright's next game. They did Gone Home. It's
Oh,
exclusive
okay.
on Xbox and PC, and it's coming out this summer. Is that a good prediction? Like, how do you guys feel about that prediction?
Yeah, sure. I mean, Indie does
we've
usually
already
announce
seen-
closer to launch, so yeah, I don't see
Yeah,
why not.
we've already seen gameplay and stuff of that, right? There's
Yeah, we've
been,
seen gameplay of it. You guys? I'm saying,
Yeah,
is that out there
if-
enough, or are you guys calling me a pussy on that prediction?
No, I think that's pretty out of left field for it being. I buy that. For it being exclusive
Yeah,
to Xbox
but-
and PC, that would be surprising to me.
Hey, here, no. To make it even better for me, to make it ballsy enough, okay?
Yeah.
Give me the month again.
I said summer.
Give me a month.
That's too ballsy. You
When
can't.
do you? No,
July.
it's not
July.
because he
July.
he picked a game that will come out this year. So tell me when it's coming out.
July.
You think that's soon?
Semicolon July.
Alright,
Yeah.
that's ballsy.
Yep.
That's ballsy.
There you go.
I'll tell you what. Okay,
There you
so Tacoma coming out July.
That's next. That's
22nd.
fucking 30 days. So
Write it down.
that's 2
That's what
weeks
they-
from E3.
That's what
I
they did
wrote
with
it down. I
Inside.
wrote it down.
That's what they did with
Yeah.
Inside.
It's true. Hey, I mean, I'd be all about it. I would like sooner the better.
You can go, David.
Wait a minute. Who's making that?
Fulbright.
Okay.
Gone Home.
For some reason I was like, are you really talking about fucking
Big fan.
oh fuck, who made Inside?
Playdead? No.
Playdead.
No, no,
I was
no,
like,
no.
that's wrong.
Something
Okay.
I didn't predict this, but going back to the Sony one, I think that game company might have a game there.
Okay.
Not predicting that at all. But
The what? That game company?
yeah, the Journey
That's what they're
and
called.
Flow and
Yeah.
Flower. That
Oh,
developer.
well, hey, while we're revisiting Sony real quick, I just wanted to throw out there Days Gone. Was that?
Oh
last
yeah,
E3,
I
so
forgot about.
We'll
who
probably
didn't forget about that.
I think it'll be pretty fun. I think it'll do all right for a console exclusive. I just think we'll get a release date this year.
Yeah, maybe.
Let's go. Do you guys got one more? I'll piece on Xbox.
I have nothing serious. I just
All right, give
some
me-
racing bullshit. Probably.
You can't do that. That's of
What's
course.
Forza?
I
What do
got
they
it.
have? What do they have? Forza.
Forza's gonna be there and it's coming out. Like that's not even pretty. That's like Call of Duty's gonna be there and it's coming out this holiday. That's
Dude,
like,
what?
Do you-
Fucking, we ran out of
do you-
games. That's all they're getting.
No, hold on. Do you want to really venture out there? Super ballsy move, very out of left field, unexpected fucking game announcement. Scorpio, right?
Mhm.
Scorpio.
Will have. Hold on. Scorpio will have Left 4 Dead 3
Only on Scorpio.
Only on Scorpio.
only on Scorpio. Won't even run on the Xbox One because the zombie particles are going to be so realistic. You're
Zombie
going to think you're
particles.
covered in fucking blood and guts. So I got Left 4 Dead 3 and Crackdown 3, but Crackdown 3 should be guaranteed for next
Yeah.
year. In my
What about
opinion.
What about a Sunset Overdrive 2?
He said that. What the
I
fuck
said
were
that.
you
Where
at,
were you
bro?
Oh,
Yeah.
you did?
This is literal.
Yeah,
first
dude, that was my
prediction.
first
Oh, I'm
prediction.
sorry. I was watching the Grand Championship.
The
I don't give a fuck about Microsoft. Okay, I don't care. I
I
would
mean,
rather not
I
have a
Xbox
prediction.
One, so
we were
I
talking about it.
Yeah, I
what,
kind of care.
what? Or do you have another one, Drew?
I just said it real quick. The only serious one would be like Crackdown 3 will launch with this Scorpio, but it'll still launch on an Xbox One.
Yeah.
No. I think it'll be Q1, like
Oh, next year.
early
Okay.
January, February next year. But I think we'll get like the release date for the Scorpio, and it'll be like Sea of Thieves, Crackdown 3, this, that, and whatever the third, are going to be coming. But they're also going to be launching on the Xbox One, similar to how like they did with like the Wii U and stuff. Remember, like Zelda was on the Wii U and the Switch, so they promised the Wii U the Legend of Zelda, but they also wanted to have a great launch title. So I think they
Yeah.
are promising Xbox One players Crackdown 3, Sea of Thieves, but they also want to have kick-ass launch titles. So Crackdown 3 is a must for Xbox, for Microsoft at launch, I think, because they've already shit the bed on this generation of consoles. So if they're going to get a leg up on PlayStation and Sony, they need to do it like now. So
Okay. Now we're gonna move into third party stuff. David, do you want to go first?
I only got
Yeah,
I
this
only
is
got
my
one.
favorite.
Just saying.
All right,
This
well,
is the one I feel like I have my two best guesses are in here. Number one, so you guys know, Sega has been announcing and has been making all these ports of Platinum games for PC,
mhm.
and I feel like
Yeah.
this is all to build hype for a new IP they're working on with Platinum.
Okay.
That is going to be revealed, and
Alright.
release date I can't even
That's
probably.
fine. No, that's good enough.
It's a big guess, so that's what
Um,
I'm throwing out there. I feel like
my guess-
that's likely.
Dude, tell me how you guys feel about this guess. I feel like this is my best guess. Not that it's gonna happen, but like if this happened and no one's talking about this, I feel like Metal Gear Survive. Do you know what I'm talking about? The
Yeah.
offshoot of Metal Gear Phantom Pain. is gonna be announced with a release date. I don't know when the release window of next year, I guess is what I meant to say. And then it'll have exclusive content on Xbox, because I feel like Konami is just bitter enough to be like, "Fuck you, Sony.
Wow.
You let Kojima live."
Wow.
And
Maybe.
so we're gonna have.
You know what's actually gonna happen though is the Konami's gonna say, we didn't actually fire Kojima. This was all part of a ruse, and Death Stranding is actually Metal Gear Solid and Silent Hills.
That would be
All the
and
same
Silent Hills in the same universe.
There's a big theory going around right now that they didn't actually fire him. It was all part of a PR ruse, and Jeff Keighley was in on it, and he helped them do this
Doritos
so that he could
Coke.
announce that Death Stranding was actually Silent Hills, and that they were both actually related to Metal Gear Solid 5 with an actual 5, not a V, because V stands for Venom, because it was a spin-off about Venom Snake.
All
Spoilers.
right, we gotta go. We gotta move on to the.
That's
next
gonna
prediction.
happen, okay?
We gotta move on.
Believe.
Alex Jones with the next prediction.
I've seen
Well,
the
okay, hold on.
consequence.
Drew, what do we got?
Do you guys have more third party predictions? Like we don't
Yeah.
have a lot for these, right?
I have a really good
we have
one.
a lot.
I have
Two
three.
Better ones, yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, then I'll just go ahead and I have two. But I'll hit up with one. Metal Gear Survive. I think we'll get a release date. I think it'll be like early fall.
Okay.
Okay.
The interesting thing I read was actually that well, it was like a joke thing. They said like, what if Kojima had actually told Konami like, this is my next game idea, even though he knew he was leaving, and they're like, well, we got to run with it, so
Oh, this
let's
sounds
do it.
great.
And he's like,
There's
well,
fucking
this
way.
sounds great, and he's like, yeah, fuck you guys.
It was like
This
a
game's
sabotage
shit,
thing.
and I'm out.
That's fine.
Yeah, oh my
Yeah,
god.
so-
That's fine.
But I
be
think
the
we'll
best.
see Metal Gear Survive. Not hopefully. I'm not probably gonna be playing it, but this year.
Okay.
It might be good. I mean, like the core gameplay looks fine. I've seen some gameplay.
I think that game actually looks pretty cool. David, you're up.
Okay. I think that Final Fantasy VII will get gameplay shown, and the episode 1 release date will be early 2018, and then it'll probably get the.
Oh, that game comes out in 2020.
Or the situation would be episode 1, 2018, episode 2, 2019, episode 3.
Yeah, they'll have,
it's
like, the
takes
whole-
4 fucking years to
Well,
play
did you
the
see
game.
that they said that they had another game that they were working, and they said that the new game and Kingdom Hearts 3 and Final Fantasy VII Remake will all come out within the next 3 years.
It's just
So
like,
take that for
well,
what you will.
okay.
Yep. So it's pretty fun.
Okay.
Just to
Um,
buffer themselves against any possible like expectations.
my next thing is that we're gonna get a trailer. No window, no release date, just a trailer for Cyberpunk 2077, right? That's what it is.
Mhm.
20.
That would blow the fucking lid off of the
I
internet.
think most likely I think it'll take place at the Microsoft thing, but I didn't want to guess that
Mhm.
because I think that they have the marketing for Witcher. But I think Cyberpunk will have some kind of presence at the show.
Okay. That would be amazing.
What do you think, Drew?
Again, I said I only had one more here.
Okay.
He
I
said,
was
"What do you
thinking-
think?" Not what are
I
your
know.
guesses?
What do you-
No, what is
what do I
his
think
prediction?
about-
What is his prediction?
All right. What's your prediction?
Really just ballsy prediction here. It's just something I really would like to see on the Switch, but
Mhm.
not announced at Nintendo's press conference.
Mm.
Is a new, legitimate, true to form, 2D side-scrolling Castlevania.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay, so
They do have
like,
that show coming out.
Yeah, the Netflix.
give
show.
me
Which
give
looks
me
awesome.
give me the Castlevania. I remember playing like the older ones on the SNES, and I really got into them on the DS with like I can't remember the name right now.
Circle
You'll
the
have to
Moon.
forgive me, but
and-
that was one of them. If they give you a new one on the Switch, I mean, just the portability of the Switch, playing like a 2D side-scrolling game like that would be amazing.
all right. Drew,
So that's my only other prediction.
David, you got one? One more?
Yeah. Capcom will announce a Dragon's Dogma sequel.
And that's based on all the.
That is based
updates
on
and
the
stuff like that.
ports. That is based on the fact that everybody fucking wants one, and they should know it by now.
Mm-hmm.
Although the Capcom is extremely dense, so it's possible. No idea. They're like that girl that like is like really trying to get his attention, and he's just fucking clueless. Like we are the girl,
We
and
are the
Capcom
girl.
is like, I don't know. They just don't have enough self confidence to make a fucking game that people want. That is a big hope for me, and that is like they are porting the Dragon. Like that's so random for them to port that to next gen consoles if they aren't gonna support the series. So expecting that. You know what would be really fucking cool that I want to plug into my Sony thing? That now that I'm thinking about it,
What?
Deep Down is gonna get some kind of news.
Game is not happening.
Please,
Like, bring it from back from the grave, and they're like, "Remember this game we said would be at launch?
I want that game. I want it.
That got announced with like the sizzle reel at the PS4 launch.
I want that game.
My last prediction is Visceral, who are doing the single player story Star Wars game with Amy Hennig, who's like the creator of Uncharted.
Cool.
That's gonna get gameplay and probably a window of next year.
Okay.
That would be mine.
That's it.
Yeah. Is that good?
That's all the predictions. Yeah, those are good.
Drew,
I think those are
Drew has one more. Drew.
Do I?
Oh, don't you?
No, I said I
Oh
have
my
two,
god,
and I
the
already said
terrified.
two.
Well, if you want to use it, you might hear the ones I didn't use. I said Elder Scrolls 6 gets teased in a super vague way. If you want to use that. I also said a new Rayman game from Ubisoft. I had on here.
I mean, it could be good.
That would be fucking awesome. I would
be
like
fucking
shit my
hyped.
pants.
That'd be
especially if it was that one studio PlayArt.
And then I never finished this prediction. Was during the Ubisoft they're gonna announce Just Dance 2018 or whatever. I was gonna predict the pop star that came out with them to perform a song.
Who's coming out?
Who's coming out? I think they're gonna have Daddy Yankee and that that one the Spanish song that's like #1 in America right now. I think they're gonna do that song.
Oh yeah, with Justin Bieber.
Yeah. I think they're gonna do without Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber's not coming, but I think they'll do that.
Think JB will come?
No, I don't think the Biebs got time for
better yet, it's gonna be the I'm the One. The whole crew comes
DJ
out.
Khaled, Chance, and everybody comes out. That'd be awesome.
Quavo, the whole crew.
The Migos is there. That's why they couldn't come to Cincinnati.
Yeah,
they were prepping for
exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, that has been our show. This has been the Current Gaming Podcast. My name is Charles Blades. You can find me at Twitter at Charles to the. Drew, where can they find you on social media?
You can find me on Twitter at Trophy Pops, and you can catch the Current Goes Retro every Wednesday at noon.
And then with my guy Dave, where can they find you?
I am my guy Dave on Twitter, and if you want to see some of my art for some reason, you can follow me on Instagram at d_morgue, as in like a mortician's office. Post my art there; it's pretty cool. Check it out.
All right, cool. So yeah, this has been episode 5 of the Current Gaming Podcast. Charles Blades, and see ya.